What up, what up, what up, Unbreakable Kicks Army. Man, yesterday we had the Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies. Yesterday I did an integrative live stream. I was streaming on YouTube and streaming on Whatnot at the same time. Man, gave away a pair of Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies. Also did 12 pairs of Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies for retail for the Army. Army, who else doing it? For real, for real. I know we talk, I know we laugh, I know we joke, but who else is giving y'all Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies for retail? Who else is giving y'all chances of getting some of these shoes for free? Even did the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, gave away a free pair of those. So again, Army, I say, y'all rock with me. Make sure y'all smashing that thumbs up. Make sure y'all smashing that like button. Make sure y'all are, participating in the Whatnot live streams. Because again, Army, they watching. I always tell y'all, people be watching. Nike be watching. JD Sport be watching. Foot Locker be watching. Whatnot be watching. Fashion Nova be watching. Everybody be watching, Army. And again, the more that y'all participate, the more that y'all show eagerness to what we be doing, the more that these companies are gonna continue to give to the Army. That was our fun as far as the Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies, but it wasn't fun for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, Sneakers App, we know what happened with Sneakers App. It glitched, Muzz was pending for 30 minutes, and this was supposed to be a regular general release. And again, I talked about a little bit, how I always feel like soon as Nike try to, bring in this bot protection, or when Foot Locker tried to bring in bot protection, or heck, even when JD Sport and them first started doing they apps, it always get messed up because, of course, people find a way to finesse the system. In sneakers, finessing the system goes hand in hand. Sneakers and resale, it goes hand in hand. We don't want to admit these things, but these things are part of the community. We hate it so much, we talk about it so much, but man, it don't look like it's going nowhere. And especially after yesterday, it was already, again, hard to get the Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies on Sneakers App. But when I found out how many pairs got botted, and I hear people, oh yeah, you can buy sneakers. Oh yeah, you can buy sneakers. Now, generally when I hear people say they can buy sneakers, I think about, when they do the draw and you got multiple email addresses and you just enter them all. And I want to say years ago, somebody told me they literally just press one button and they can have 1,000 entries entered into a draw on Sneakers App in a hot second. And I believe it now. You know what I'm saying? Some of these things, because I'm not right there when people are botting, so I can't be Army, I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I seen my man's bot 150 pairs. For the most part, everything is word of mouth. But yesterday, experiencing the lag and the glitching in Sneakers App, man, Army, after getting some of these text messages and screenshots, I'm going to go ahead and say I believe it's true now. The Army started sending me messages around 7 o'clock. I feel like that's when everybody got home. A lot of people got their pairs. And you know what, Army? A lot of people look at reselling as bad. I feel like 80% of it do. But I still feel like it's two sides of reselling. You got the people who literally go out there, put their feet to the pavement, and do their thing. And those are the type of people, yes, they still resell. Yes, they still grabbing a lot of pairs out the street. But, these people are literally putting in the raffles. They are literally going to each store. They are literally burning their gas. So if you spend 12 hours going around the entire city, grabbing pairs that you won, and I didn't do it, it's I can't be mad at you. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not about to go to 75th, go to 87th, go downtown, go up north, go east, go over. I'm not doing all that no more. Me in 2017, 2018, all day. I spend my whole Saturday. Again, I still reminisce with my wife. I'll be man, you remember when we used to wake up 8 o'clock, before COVID in the malls, you went on a reserve, you can go pick up your pair at 8 o'clock and you can keep it moving. I remember waking up, being at the mall at 8 o'clock, not getting home till 6, 7 o'clock, and literally be man, I just spent 12 hours, in the street grabbing these pairs. And, people can't tell me nothing. Oh, get a real job. Bro, I literally spent more time than you would at your job doing it. Now, of course, that's my choice of doing it. But when I see Muzz being at the crib, not even leaving the crib now, some people may say you know, you working smart than hard. Like, working hard is being in the street for 12 hours grabbing, you know, 12 pairs. But working smart, man, look, they press one button and they get all them pairs. Long story short, Army, I seen that somebody, and now this was a screenshot that I received. It said, yo, bro, TSB bought a 25K pairs. 25,000 pairs. And somebody said over 70 pairs. And somebody said they hit 21 pairs out of nowhere. Now, this is Sneakers app. Because I want to say, I don't think any other spot had that many amount of pairs. Now, I did see that Foot Locker even got botted yesterday, too. And we're going to check that out. But you got to remember, Sneakers app had, what, about 68K pairs. So that 25K pairs was over a third of the stock on Sneakers app that went straight to bots. All right, then I had to ask myself, like, man, these boys capping. Is this true? But then I also had to think, like, why were we literally pending for 30 minutes? Like, that generally never happens. And ain't like this was a Travis Scott or a Off-White where, you know, Nike is really trying to beef up their bot protection and make sure everything good. Like, this is just a, you know, it's a regular drop. It's an Air Jordan 4. To me, I look at these the same as the military blacks, as the infrareds, as, you know, the red thunders. Like, yes, I think the Navy Fords is the best for that drop, but I'm not looking at these and putting them on a pedestal, you know. But to see 25K pairs were bought on Sneak, that's why, bruh. That's why we ain't get a dub. And I always laugh at people post when they be like, see, that's why I ain't get a pair. You see the pictures on Instagram where people got 50 pairs in their living room, like, all that flexing, bro. Like, I never understood why people, like, line up all their shoes and flex on the gram like that, bro. Like, me, I get a PE, I'll show y'all or whatever. Some of y'all may call that flexing, but to have 100 pairs on the, like, first and foremost, bro, you got to put all them pairs back in the box. Secondly, it took you about an hour to sit all these shoes out, so you wasted time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to flex. But this right here, this is why majority of us took a L on Sneakers app yesterday. And once I seen that, I'm just like, man, bro, you know, it's part of the game. It's like, you can't get mad. Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just low-key just trying to bring awareness to why. Why did this happen? Why was yesterday release so weird? And then you keep going, and then it's like 19 on sneakers, 10 men, 9 grade school. Would have been 21, but ran out of credit. My man's ran out of bread. He would have still been cooking. He would have still been cooking, yo. Like, this is crazy. Another thing that I have been noticing is that, you know, some of these shoes are being on Nike.com as well. You know, like, you can go on Sneakers app and enter, or you can go on Nike.com. And I've noticed that the last couple has been on Nike.com as well. And there was at one point where the shoes would just be on Sneakers app. Like, they wouldn't be on Nike.com. It'll just be on Sneakers. Like, generally when they have like a huge amount of pairs, that's when you'll see some on Nike and on Sneakers. But maybe it's because of Nike.com or the Nike app that these people are able to really eat on these bots. Because, again, they got both shoes on both sites. Like, they're sharing the stock. So, I don't know if Nike should just go back to just having everything on Sneakers app. Because even with, like, the Off-Whites and, you know, the Air Jordan Travis Scotts, like, I don't feel like Sneakers app get botted like that. And we've never seen a pair of Off-Whites or Travis Scotts on Nike.com or the Nike app and Sneakers app simultaneously. We've never seen that. So, I don't know who to blame for this, y'all. I don't, but just to see that, you know, we was on live trying to get one pair, and Muggs literally had bots cooking. And Army, I always try to keep it, you know, as fair as possible. And again, this is coming from somebody who used to resell heavy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I know how it feels to be the reseller, and I know how it feels to be the consumer. So that's why I feel like I enjoy coming to you guys and literally, you know, trying to keep things straight down the middle. You know, like, still, even with this, I have no dog in this fight because I can't control this. I can't. Only thing I can say is, Army, damn, what y'all think about this? You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, we bring in sticks, you know, sticks and rocks to like a gunfight. Like, we not gonna win, you know? And this is literally not even the icing on the cake, y'all. It's even more. You know, like I said, even Foot Locker got destroyed yesterday, man. And it's just crazy because I would have felt like this shoe would have had the least amount of stock because of what happened in Memphis. But it looked like all of the stock just went to botters. And again, we got so much heat coming up. It's like, I'm not even really tripping on the fours. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was, a lot of people was even able to walk into the mall yesterday and get open pairs. Like if you went to the mall, you know what I'm saying, they had open pairs. They had open pairs in the mall. I was in the mall yesterday, so I know. And it's just like, that's cool. The fours, I get it. But we got to think about all of the other stuff. Just imagine somebody getting a 25 piece on the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. Like, price has gone down on them a lot. Like, they were at $2,000, $1,500, $1,000. Now they sitting at like $5,000. But if these botters take all of the pairs online, all that's going to do is increase that price back up. So now you kind of in a position where you thinking like, dang, bro, like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, there's no beating these botters. There's no beating these bottles. I feel like yesterday was just a test. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, we cooked 25K pairs on the fours. Wait till these retro ones hit. Wait till these My Year 4s hit. Wait till these Air Jordan 2 Chicagos hit. Wait till these Air Jordan 11 Cherries hit. Like, it's about to get critical out here. And again, it all happened. Look at the timing. I feel like we went this whole entire year not really tripping about people buying sneakers app. Or even that people say they bought a sneakers app, like, where was the proof? And again, this could all be cap right here, but I just felt yesterday's release was different. And then again, it's always a timing. Now all of a sudden, Nike trying to implement these, you know, we're going to make sure we get rid of botters, and then bam, the next big release, y'all let botters eat. So what is going on? I'm confused. I would think if y'all implemented something, it would have, man, put a brick wall in front of these bottles, bro. But it literally like y'all opened the floodgates for these mugs. Like, this is why we took 30 minutes for, this is why sneakers was pending yesterday. This is why a lot of people took L's, because I feel like that should have been a dub. Even with 64K pairs, I feel like that should have been a dub for majority of the members of the Army. Like, I know I was a little bit distracted from streaming on Whatnot and on YouTube, so I couldn't really, you know, read both of the chats, but it was a struggle. But then again, some people did get some last minute dubs. Some people like, man, 30 minutes later after penning, I still got a dub. So maybe, you know, they start ramping up the bot protection 20, 30 minutes later. But, you know, if you instantly got in there, bruh, it was tough. It was tough. So now, Army, I asked this question. What is going to be the best way of getting shoes? If most of the in-store raffles, we know how that go. Most of the pairs, by the time release day come, for the most part, y'all know how that go. You know what I'm saying? FLX, if you got over 500,000 points, it's an L. Some of these in-store raffles, if it ain't on the app, it's an L. You know what I'm saying? Going to these mom and pops or these tier zeros, filling in a raffle ticket, it could be an L. Now trying to do sneakers app with the bots, it could be an L. So it's just like, and all of this could be an L in general, but I just feel like it's about to ramp up, y'all. Like, it's about to get serious, man. So y'all let me know what's the best way of going now. Are we still trusting apps? Or are we going to go back to in-store and hopefully that, you know, some of these stores do these raffles fair? What we going to do? Y'all let me know in the comment section below what's going to be the best way for us to finish this year off strong and try to get as many retail dubs as possible. All right, Army, so that's that. Another thing that I did peep yesterday, and it's more on the happier side of things, man, is that Nike Sneakers app has something called 3 days of drop starting on November 2nd and it ends on November 4th. And from what I'm seeing, we got some Panda Dunks. I know the Panda Dunks do drop on the 4th. We got some Dunks in the middle, and then we got a pair of it looked like a pair of Air Jordan 1 mids, you know, the first shoe. We got 3 days of random drops. I'm sure on the 4th they're going to have more than the Panda Dunks. This dunk that we got in the middle, maybe some sporadic other dunks, and hopefully they got more than just Jordan 1 mids, but other than, I mean, what other Jordan 1 highs that people gonna want? All of the other Jordan 1 highs that we might have liked have already either restocked or they sold out or they gonna give us like some more brotherhood. So I don't say get too excited about this. I still feel like this is gonna be mid, no pun intended. But I mean, it's still 3 days of drops, and hopefully we can get a retail dub after the, you know, craziness that we witnessed yesterday with the Air Jordan 4 Midnight Navies. So Army, y'all let me know how y'all feel about all of that in the comment section below. Army, I love you guys. Again, make sure y'all smash that thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all are new over here. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable Vote. Unbreakable Army, stand strong like always. Most importantly, hug your loved ones and of course, remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the users. need them. These old's tough, but he get him easy. Yours old, him first season. Them most beefy, looking like two lefts. Two lefts, cause your ass take a nail.